Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful morning outside. Got the sunshine, a little bit of cloud in the distance, light breeze in the trees, the birds singing. It's lovely, and the grass is growing. I'm Boundy, psychic medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. So let's get into it. Just that little bit late. My computer required an update with one of the programs. So anyway, sometimes that happens, doesn't it? And I was going to be on time. Here we go. Over to the cards. Tap into your psychic senses and your spirit guides. Don't forget that either. What we've got for today, I decided to choose the Fairy Tale Lenormand deck. Gorgeous artwork. As you can see here, we've got 3 cards out already. And I will use the same spread style, as in the birds are in the home space. We've got the heart as our theme for the day, that overall aspect. And we've got letter in the workspace. So we'll go with this. Now, I have got the Fairy Tale guidebook with me on the side because I will use that. Sometimes what is in these cards, the meanings, are things I don't remember because they are specific to being the Fairy Tale deck. So I'll zoom into these 3 and let's see what we've got for our day-to-day. Let's have a look, see how big we go with this one. And that's about it. I think I've got another couple of millimeters. There we go. Right. So with our heart card, I'll start with the heart card. I'll just check if there's anyone who's made any comments, and there is. It's Keza, all the way in Victoria. Good morning, Keza. Lovely to see you here. Now, with the heart card, beautiful image there of the man and the woman. It's card 24. I will see if there's anything specific in Fairy Tale Land that this one is referring to. Now I'll just rejig. It's Arwen Lynch, how Arwen and Lisa have interpreted the Lenormand in respect of the fairy tale. As you can see, there is a frog that, obviously with the stories we've heard over our years, turns into a prince. Now, with the heart, what we have, and this is not an easy guidebook to hold, so if my eyes go down, that's why, because I've really got it. It's tiny. It is small. So the key words are love, passion, and attraction. Well, you sort of expect that with the heart card, don't you, at any point? I might even see if I've got any more. No, there's no more stretch to that. That's as far as it can zoom in and as close as I can get to it. So what we have here, in the Bulgarian story of Cinderella, aka Peblashka, I'm probably not good with that pronunciation, so we'll leave it, Cinderella. The handsome prince sees a lovely young woman in a beautiful dress in church. It does, Keza, doesn't it? It is very hard to hold open. And I do want to do the interpretation that the authors have given for these, because they are a unique deck of cards. So where did I get to? Yeah, the handsome prince sees a lovely young woman in a beautiful dress in church. Not knowing she is Pepeliashka, a mistreated stepdaughter, he is fascinated by her. He sees her 3 times and goes looking for her with her lost shoe. The attraction between the two was instant, but the connection didn't come so easily. Lucky for you, when heart shows up, a lover may be close at hand, especially if a card for another person is close. Well, we're not doing the grand tableau, so another person card isn't in this, but be assured that a lover may be close. Now, it can also point the way to something you are passionate about. So look for what is going to show whom or what has your attention. So with this, because of the way our spread is done, the attention that we've got with the heart card in our main theme today is going to be around communication. as we can see with the birds in the letter. We'll hear their stories in a minute. So our Pepelyashka has her happily ever after because her prince didn't give up. You must seek your own love by leaving your heart's door open. This card says your partner can't be that far away, so keep your eyes open and your heart as well. Remember that you can also find passion in doing things that fulfill you. So if you're not looking for a partner in life, then it is something that you love to do. So that is our theme today. So be open with your heart to things that bring you joy in doing or being you with the loved ones around you. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling from that card being in our theme for the day today. So true. Excuse me. And we've good morning, Fiona. Good morning, Ros Girly, and all around the globe. So the 12 and 7, the 24, the 27, and the 7, they're all going to equal 5, going by the numerology that Fiona has calculated for us. So that's so lovely, thank you. And she's also done our day number, the 14/12/2024 is a 7. So with the 5 and a 7, that will make an interesting day for you, won't it? We are progressing from what feels like a hump and into what's moving for... can't quite remember what the 7s mean. I really do need to brush up on my numerology so I can help you out there, Fiona. Thank you for that gift of the numbers and the hearts. Thank you. Now we're going to birds, card number 7. Beautiful depiction. I love that phoenix. Card number 12. Here's me looking at the 7 diamonds. That's where my eye went. Apologies, it's card number 12. So now I've got to turn a couple more pages. Didn't think it looked right on my page. There we go. Birds. And it says playing card number 7. 7 diamonds. Right, the keywords we have are comings and goings, small problems, verbal communication, and misunderstandings. It almost does look like this that looks like the phoenix. I don't think it is a phoenix. It's just a bird that's got a long tail. And it almost does look like it's arguing with the one that is on the rock and the other in half flight. Not quite sure what these are. I think they are observers in the flock. Let me just have a quick look. Oh, yes. Well, they are. I'm not sure what this one is. It looks like a turkey or something right in the background. Yes, it is. Oh, there's an owl. So that's an owl. That looks like some sort of red bird. There's a communion of birds here communicating, watching, listening, and doing the talking here. So very interesting. Who knows what the temper, the energies are? What does it feel like for you? Does it look like there's some temper there, or does it look like just some energetic conversation? Interesting, isn't it? And good morning to Michaela and everyone. Thank you for those good morning wishes. Right, so there we got up to just the keywords here. So, how the King of Birds was chosen is a Mayan story that describes how the Quetzal, a plain brown bird, campaigned to be king of the birds. So this is the story of that, possibly. Well, this is what's being depicted. There is the Quetzal, a plain brown bird, and obviously having the conversation with other types of birds around. Okay, so that's what this is indicating. He convinced the beautiful but shy roadrunner to lend him his feathers. When the Quetzal was chosen because of his borrowed finery, he failed to return those feathers. Due to this problem, the roadrunner now hides and watches all the comings and goings of the other birds. I'm not sure which of these depicted here is the roadrunner, not sure. But anyway, we know that he wants to communicate with the Quetzal, but the King of Birds flies too high. So here we go. This one must be the Quetzal in borrowed finery with all the lovely feathers. Interesting, isn't it? How the story reveals itself as we look at this depiction, this artwork. So he wants to communicate with the Quetzal, but the King of Birds flies too high. All of the birds in the background of this card represent just how badly things can go awry when too many beaks are involved. Notice where the birds card shows up to determine who is communicating and why. So this card is in what I'm calling the home space. So the energetics around this is what's happening in your home. Who is trying to be the predominant power-hungry, power-monger, talk above all else type of thing. That's what I would interpret this as at this point. So make sure you truly understand what it is you want to say and what is being said to you. So it is about be clear, have the understanding of what you're trying to mention and say to others in your house today. You need to take it slowly and do some listening as well. Remember, that's as important as the speaking. So perhaps you can avoid any misunderstandings simply by paying close attention to those cards closest to the birds. Well, it is the heart where we are. So open your heart, open your mind to how you are communicating, what you are saying, how you are listening so that you are understanding what is being said. And then it might be your turn to speak and say your piece. Okay, so I think with the communication, we are needing to slow it down a bit, do the listening first, and then do the speaking. But and I think really with this story, the fact that it's the Quetzal that's borrowed the finery and not returned it, I think it does indicate too that there is place and purpose for the use of others' resources, but you return them. That's my feeling around that. And it is the communication of who needs to be doing the leading at appropriate times, because that can shift. Okay, so if it's, and because this is in the home card, that house, the home energy, I think too it is about family and those that are the mum and dad, whether it is mum, dad, mum, dad, mum. It doesn't matter. It's whoever it is that is the guiding force, the guiding energy for particular situations in your family. Make sure that that is clear so that when it's the time to swap the role, and it could be mum taking the lead for a certain particular part of the day and then the dad or whatever, that you have that understanding clearly so that any of the children, imagine these are the children watching in the background, and that they are getting clear understanding of what that guidance is going to direct for them as actions and their own understanding of some of the situations in life to build up emotional strength as well as the physical and how we grow. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from this communications card next to the heart card, and especially from this story that's particular to this card, this deck. I'm intrigued because I don't think I've had this in a spread from this deck before. Love it. Very, very nice. Very nice communication card. I'm just going to point further there to our letter card, and there's look at the owl. Yes, Fiona noticed that as well. There is an owl in the birds card. I'm very pleased about that one and those beautiful hearts. Thank you. Did I put that up that you'd noticed the owl? I'll do it again because I like the owl. And let's point to it again. There he is. There she is. He or she, it doesn't matter. Beautiful owl. I don't even know whether it's another one poking its little head up over the branch there. Hard to know. I think that's a hidden one. I just saw that one too. If you can just see the shape there, and it's looking sideways. That's how I see that. There might even be another shape of an owl's face there too. And another one there. Oh, I'm going to have to have a much closer look at that card because I definitely do have the focus on owls. Now with the letter card, what we have in here, letter is card 27. The written communication is what this one's about. So we've already got that is verbal. Now we are looking at the written communication. This is a fiddly little guidebook. So small. The keywords, obviously, with the 7 of spades here, I mean, have a look, both communication cards, and it's got the 7s as playing cards here. So 7 of diamonds, 7 of spades now. Interesting. 27 as the number. It's got the 7 in that. Is there a trend here? Written exchanges, results, documents, message, instructions, mail. I just thought of, with the results, it is the end of the year, and a lot of students probably are expecting their results now that school in South Australia has definitely completed its year. I'm not sure of the other states. I dare say it has in other states as well. So, Little Red Riding Hood by Charles Perrault. Oops, excuse me, hold on. Oh my, excuse me for that. Aha. I've been looking after a cat for my granddaughter at the moment, and I just heard it clawing at my new couch, so I had to get it away from that new couch. Don't care if I traumatise a cat for that. It is not allowed to scratch at a new couch. Anyway, that was a bit of burst of energy. So, with our letter, let's get back to the letter, and I hope I don't have to dodge off again. Naughty pussy. Okay, so what we have here is the Little Red Riding story by Charles Perrault is a tale relating to communications. Red Riding Hood's mother has instructed her to bring a basket of treats for her grandmother, and stay on the path. So there's the basket. We all know that story, don't we? But the wolf has slipped a letter into the basket as well. This is a derivative I hadn't heard of until this deck. I'm just keeping an ear out to see that one cat is not scratching again. Anyway, unaware of the lupine threat just a few steps away, I didn't know that a wolf is called a lupine. Anyway, our heroine has stopped to pick some flowers. Her pause gives the wolf a chance to communicate with her. A talking wolf. He tricks her into telling him where her grandmother lives. So when she finally made it to her grandmother's cottage, Little Red Riding Hood knew something was wrong. The wolf has devoured the grandmother and eats Red Riding Hood too. The woodsman hears the wolf and quickly cuts him open to save both Red and her grandmother. In this tale, as in many, the contents of a letter can affect the outcome of a story. In Lenormand readings, the letter card can represent written exchanges and important information. When you see the letter, know that news of some sort is coming. Other meanings include getting documents or results back from a test. Good news or bad news, the letter needs to be read. So this, in the business, the workspace, that is how we earn our living and all of that, it is very particularly a relevant card because of all the different things that happen shenanigans-wise sometimes in businesses, or that there is, it just feels like that is potential for manipulation in the workplace in some form. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not. The aspect of having the communication in written form, it does remind me of those types of things now that are emails, office memos, that type of thing that comes through pretty much daily, and that we don't always read, that we skip through because there's such an overload of spammy stuff that comes forward. Do read what you have in your inbox today and all of that. And And here we go there, Fiona, you've got that lovely little sentence there with the emoji completing it. Was that the cat? Yes, it was. So I had to go and do something about that one, and there are the lovely little laughs. I can still hear Oreo the dog trying to find the cat, and I think the cat has hidden under the couch. So Oreo won't be able to get to the cat. Yes, but Kiki is starting to bring herself out of the bedroom and become more seen, I think. And now she's being heard, so we'll be dealing with that. Okay, so here we have our wonderful spread of cards. Open your heart today to whatever is going to bring you joy and happiness and that passion in whatever form. Doing things that you love to do, or being open to doing things you love to do, or that there is a lover, a special someone for you very close by, if that is your heart looking for companionship and love of a special kind, because there are some of us who are in that place and space. Not particularly myself. I have found someone who I love dearly, and here we are looking at passion of what lights our hearts up. Okay, and communicate that whatever you need to be with loving heart in your workspace or your home. So it's a very interesting spread today. Both communications on each side of the heart. I think whatever you're saying, I think with that, whatever you are saying to each other, bring it from that wonderful, unconditional, loving heart space, so that you are able to understand each other in very clear, no-nonsense ways too at times. Sorry, I just got that something was about to fall off my computer there, a light. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this lovely Saturday morning. As things get busier and busier, I'm sure that you might find it a little bit more difficult to catch up, but that's fine. Always here for replay. I don't remove the videos, except the Instagram one does, this live stream does, but you may have noticed that on the reels I can actually load it into there now, so I'm trying to get each and every one of the recorded ones into Instagram as well on the reels section. Okay. And from Keza, thank you and have a wonderful, beautiful day to everyone, even though I spoke that backwards. There we go. And beautiful cards. Oh, I really must put a background on this. Beautiful cards and messages today. Boundy girly, thank you with the beautiful hour, and have a fab day, and all around have fab evening. Love and light. And that's all around the globe. You may see that. I'll just point that out again. You might see the globe. Yep, see that right there at my neck. There it is. It shows up just there. And those beautiful hearts as per usual. I say thank you so much. Yes, all about communication. And those gorgeous hearts and the lovely prayer hands. And as that closes, I'll say namaste.